Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Good morning. It's more like good night. It's 2 a.m. Okay. Alright, let's go. Finally back in my house for a few days now, so should get some videos out. Right. Wait. Hmm. I want to clear with the Great Nature staffs. Great Nature is alright, it's not bad. But I think it's better if you go with something like a battle axe. Yeah, Great Nature will still work. Like if you want to spec up Great Nature, you can do it. Is 8.4 a must? Yeah, kind of. 8.3 with 100 spec still works though. Definitely not for new players. Is it possible to solo tier 8 crypt dungeons? Yeah, if you have like the proper gear and you have the time, you can solo tier 8 crypt dungeons, but it's just not worth it. The gear is full 8.4. I really don't like the stalker jacket nerf. It's so unnecessary. Yeah, let's chill for like 10 seconds here. Or the stalker jacket? See, that's the thing. Like, something will be OP in some content doesn't mean you nerf it for every other content. That's what I don't like about this game's balance. The same thing happened to Hellion Jacket. Just because it was good in Mists, they nerfed it everywhere. They need separate balances. And the thing is, they already have that. Like, for example, the Holy Staffs, they heal you for less when you're in corrupted dungeons and mists. They could just do that with Stalker Jacket, reduce damage output when it's on the mist, or increase cooldown when it is in that specific area. But no, they just nerf it across the board. Yeah, the unreflectable fire staff is stupid. Same with Badon Bow. Badon was so broken and they made it unreflectable. Corrupted dungeons are going to be a mess now. They will revert these changes again. That's the stupid thing. They know it's bad and they just want to experiment with it. They did the same with Hunter Jacket. I mean, Hunter Helmet. You know how many times the reflect value got put to 70% and 80%? They don't know what they're doing. At least the balanced team. Yeah, both Badon is alright. It's not terrible for it to be not reflectable, but fire staffs, they're already so strong that why would you want to give them unreflectable spells? Absolutely clueless. Okay, let's just go to the next floor. I don't think there's anything else here. Yep. Scorpions are a bit of a pain. It is full 8.4 gear. You have a guild? Yeah, but I'm the only one in it. I don't do guilds because it's too much work to organize people. But I do have a Discord server. You can join that. We do premium code giveaways there every once in a while. I could have pulled those guys too, but let's do it now. 8 seconds should be fine. I really hate the stalker nerf. Everything takes like 2 or 3 seconds longer than it should. No, it's a small time, but it adds up when you do like 5-6 dungeons. Such a unnecessary nerf to it. Feel like devs don't like PvE farmers. Yeah, they see the problem with the game devs is that they only want the massive ZVZ content in the game. That's the only content they actually like, and that's what they want. So every balance patch comes centered around that, or they just nerf the things that are popular. They don't ever buff anything that's weaker, or they don't give it reasonable buffs. They either over tune it and nerf it again, and stuff like that. You guys remember how good solo dungeons were like 3 years ago or 2 years ago? But now they're garbage. There's literally no point in doing them. I think like less than 1% of this game's entire silver comes from solo dungeons. It's absolute garbage. Like tier 8 dungeons right now are not giving as much as tier 5 dungeons used to do. And that's a fact, so it's really stupid. Like if the game just keeps going in the same direction, I don't think this game will survive the next like 4 or 5 years. The devs want to make a game completely based on their preference instead of listening to their player base, which is like majority of the players are not interested in ZVZs. No one does that. Only a small percentage of people do it. So yeah. Wait a second. What's the meta now? It's the same meta every day. It's the carving swords, Mistwalker jacket, Bloodletter, and Stalker. People still use it. Do you know why Stalker jacket got nerfed? It's because people were using awakened torch, not awakened torches, awakened Bloodletter and a torch with the stalker jacket, making it like a 20-second cooldown or 25-second cooldown. That's why they increased the cooldown on stalker jacket. But all of this mess, this would not have happened if they just did not create the awakening system. Awakening system is so stupid. It's like the stupidest mechanic I have ever seen in any game. Like every time you nerf something, let's say an ability is hitting too hard, and the game developers decide to nerf it by 4-5%. 4 to 5% is, a reasonable nerf. Now what you can do is just stick awakening on the weapon and increase the damage by 11%. Like why? It's just straight up numbers that increase. So you can't really nerf the item itself. You have to nerf what it's being used for. It is so stupid. I don't think they should have ever done awakening. Like even now I'm using, not in this server but on the EU server, I use a awakened shadow color, right? A 5.4 shadow color with full awakenings feels comfortable to use than a 8.4 shadow color. And that is stupid. It should not be like that. And this is not a weak shadow color either. I got 2000 IP on it. I'd rather have a 5.4 with, lifesteal. Awakening system is, it's just pay to win. So bad. There's more pay to win elements in this game every update, I swear. So bad now. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they sell buffs or nerfs in the future. Like a really expensive item that reduces your enemy's health or increases your own health. Shit like that. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Bow got a good buff. Yeah, Badon's alright. Like Badon was already good enough, I think, even without the buff. But it's alright. But Stalker, that was shit. Not Stalker, the Fire Staffs. Like unreflectable Fire Staffs. Why? Fire Staff's only counter was it was reflectable. Now you made it impossible to play against. But I'll read that after the boss. Kind of dying. I was focusing too much on the chat. Okay. They're just cringe. Yeah, the fire staffs are so bad. Let's not get too much into it. It's just a rant. Yeah, that's same too. Like they just give mobs a lot of health and call them bosses, which is one more thing I really don't like about this game. Like literally all of the bosses except for like a few are just normal mobs. Like look at this guy. He doesn't have any special mechanics. He just does that stupid slash every once in a while. It's not different from any other mob in the game. He just gets a shit ton of health and health regen. Now he's a boss. Now there are some cool bosses, like the Demon General, Shadow Mask, those guys. But they're legendary bosses though. I think this problem is not as bad in Avalon content, which is newer content. But these bosses, they're all very old designs, so they're all bad. And look at this, it's just not dying. Everything takes a little more effort now. Right, so that's the first dungeon. You got around 350. It's not bad. We used to get 350k per dungeon doing tier 5 yellow zone solo dungeons, not the group dungeons. Now, if you want 300k, you have to do group dungeons solo. Yeah, it's like the old people, like our parents, complaining everything's getting expensive. You know, when our parents say back in my day, we used to do this and that. It's like that. We are complaining everything's so expensive in this game now. Or it's just hard to get silver. Hi, hello. Early game is boring and not rewarding. Yeah, early game is absolutely abysmal. I don't know what I would do if I was a completely new player now. It's so boring. If you want to make money as a very early game character, you have to kill tier 6 open world mobs. That's the best way to do it. That's the best fame farm and also the silver farm. Go and do that content. All you have to do is go to a tier 6 zone, faction flag, and kill on site. You'll get a lot of money. Oh, I have other loot. Yeah, let's just put this here for now so it doesn't get mixed up. Do you guys still play with Alien Jacket after its nerf? I kinda want to test it. Let's test Stalker actually, not Stalker, Spectre. Because Stalker's going to share like 40-second cooldown. That's the same as the Spectre jacket. Do I have one? I don't have a Spectre. I should buy it. I have two of these though. I could maybe exchange one 8.4 Hellion for a 8.4 Stalker. I mean Spectre. Avarots are quite good. I have to test that. I'll make a video on that soon, like the next 1 or 2 days. Oh, I have a Spectre. Things get lost in this test. Yeah, I will try. So the thing with Spectre jacket is that it's the same cooldown as the Stalker jacket now. Look at this, it's hilarious. So the cooldown is 30 seconds and the buff itself lasts for how many seconds again? Ability lasts up to 20 seconds. So that's 50 seconds total from the second I press the button. But if I deactivate it after the pull, I should still have 10 seconds left, right? So I can just do this. Oh, why do you want to fight me? So anyway, I could just deactivate the button whenever I want. I think this guy has a decent shot too, because I'm on this stupid queue. Oh, the Avalon helmet hits so hard. Poor guy. This thing actually hits like a truck with high IP. Okay, let's go to a tier 4 and see what happens. Oh, you got max spec. Nice, nice. What's the UTC when you do Avalon stuff? I'll try to go in the same time. Groups tier 4. I mean, this should be fine. We'll see. It would be better if I have a awakened shadow color. Let's see if I have one. I have one here. Doesn't have lifesteal though. This one's not awakened. What do we do? That's great. Let's just go. Let's see if we can use Spectre jacket. It's probably hard. I have to rework the build a little bit to fit the Spectre. Maybe use a face breaker and you know the immortality helmet? What's that thing called? Mistwalker hood? Maybe that will work with the Spectre jacket. Definitely does a lot more damage than Stalker. And the spec should be similar. Yes, everything's maxed. Let's go. I should get a weekend shadow color here. Like one with lifesteal. I use druid staff. Yeah, druid staff is pretty good for hours. Because you know the mobs are very strong. You need some sustain. And those things have purges on them. So you can't use Hellion or Mercenary. They just purge you. Okay, let's see how long it takes to kill these two guys. Or three. Okay, let's do a pull. Well, shit, that's easy. So I get 30-second cooldown now for the next pull. Well, I honestly thought that would be a little harder, but no, they just died in 2 seconds. This is like doing solo dungeons all over again. Do group dungeons ever close? Yes, they do. But it takes a long time. I don't know how much time it is. Should be around 15 minutes. Okay, now this is a slightly harder pull. We have to circle around so they clump. Use the E spell at the start and burn. You can definitely feel the Spectre jacket killing you. Yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe you can't do pulls that are large enough that you can do it with Stalker, but this is still alright on its own. Just do smaller pulls. I should definitely get a Awakened Shadow Collar though for this. Like if I have lifesteal on the weapon and ability damage, we can clear the pulls a lot faster and also get some sustain. Yeah, that should be fine to skip 2 mobs. Okay, never mind. Let's just kill them. Yeah, as long as the E spell's running, I don't have to worry about getting melted by the Spectre. So I should kill them in the few seconds that the E spell is online. It's a little tricky. I don't think the bosses will be easy to clear, but we'll see. Now I'm doing big pulls in purpose just so I can limit test what we can do with this build. So ideally when you play just for fun, you should do smaller pulls. I think it's pretty good. It's working fine. I haven't died yet. Can you get an awakened 8.4? Well, if you buy it for me, I will get it. It's so ridiculously expensive. That would be the ideal though, like a full lifesteal awakened 8.4 shadow color. But this absolutely melts them. Like especially that boss that died in less than 10 seconds, I think. I remember doing solo dungeons and it used to take me longer to do them than I'm soloing group dungeons now. It's crazy. Oh, you're making one. Okay. Well, I'll take it if you don't like it later. If it's say 8.4 with ability damage, lifesteal, and IP, I'll give you a command mammoth for it. Like a fully awakened 8.4. I have a command mammoth that's absolutely useless to me, so you can have it for a full awakening 8.4 shadow color. Few faction flag. Okay, so in yellow zones, it doesn't matter what you do, you can't lose your items. Faction flagging or hard flagging, anything. You used to lose all of your items in yellow zones, but they removed that from the game. Okay, let's kill the lava monster with fire. That makes sense, right? This game is so dumb sometimes. Like it'd be cool if monsters had resistances based on their appearance or something. I have HP on it. HP is a weird choice for Shadow Color though. Like if you haven't invested a lot into it, I recommend you stop it. Because HP, you really don't need that. Like how much is 200 HP? It's like getting hit by one attack from a boss, right? On Shadow Color, the best one is lifesteal and ability damage. Because ability damage scales your armor abilities too. So if I get 10% damage buff on the weapon, that sticks to the armor. So my Spectre jacket does 10% more damage too. Curse weapons won't work on undead. Yeah, probably. Or you can, you know what, something even cooler than that is? If you use curse staffs, you can just control undead mobs. Like a necromancer. But I don't have the e-spell cooldown. Should not do that. Hello, Starlight. This game has so much potential to do a lot of cool things. But it's just a ZVZ simulator. I'm not even using the W. Maybe I should change it to something else. Like armor piercer. I'll do some more experimentation. See what happens. We have another big pull here. Okay. I was getting a little close, and it's easy. It's all about the timing on when you hit the E spell. Hmm? Did you guys see that lag? Okay, let's see. Spectre jacket on a double boss. This might be the fastest build ever. And it's not even optimal because we don't have an 8.4. Don't have any ability damage boost on the shadow color. And it's a term chest. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. That's it there. Oh, they're already dead? But I thought they'd take a little bit more time. Oh, one guy's dead. I think that took 15 seconds or something. It's so easy. Fire staff is a must, yeah. I don't know what their obsession with the fire staffs is. Those things are so broken. Is it a big difference between 8.3 and 8.4? No, it's not a huge difference. But when you're in the safe zone and you can't lose your gear, you might as well go all out, right? There's no risk in going all out. So why would you hold yourself back? There is a difference too. Like it's a slight difference, but everything matters. Yeah, developers like to use fast as so it's broken. That honestly makes a lot of sense. It's because developers don't play their games. Like in any game, it's very very rare that a developer actually plays their game. So they'll pick the most broken thing and stick to it to see how other things are working. If they get defeated while using the broken thing, they just nerf the other stuff. Game developers are all, you know, they're actually the worst players ever in terms of skill because they don't get the time to play the game. They're always busy doing their development or other stuff. I mean, that's true for every office employee, I guess. Only people with no lives will be good at the game most of the. Certified noob, yes, and they get a paycheck for being a noob, altering the balance sheets. See, one thing that they can implement is having a game tester for the balance patches instead of just looking at the streams and nerfing the popular items. Like hire someone who actively plays the game and ask them on which items are OP rather than trusting a developer or a designer. What about 7.4 and 8.4? I'm planning to. I don't understand what you just said. Bro, it's this boss. Okay. So if it's the Morgana Tormentor, I have to switch up the Spectre for something else. That guy's a pain. What's the lowest IP? The lowest IP for this content is 16 to 1700, depending on how many attacks you can dodge properly and what your build is. Yeah, where is this guy? Honestly, this guy is not worth the effort for a blue chest. I will try it with the Spectre one time, just to see if it's working. It probably won't. Yeah, let's try. Okay. That's why it doesn't work. Nah. But will it work with a armor pierce? Let's try that. Armor pierce and second Q with the most damage. And this should be good. What about different 7.4 and 8.4? Oh, you want to upgrade, okay. So 7.4 and 8.4 are a big difference. But it's just like one tier up, so it depends. Like if you can afford it, definitely get it. Yeah, I know I can kill him with kiting. That's how I usually do it. But I'm just testing the Spectre now. I'll get one more shot. If it doesn't work, I'll just go to kiting. I'll use Infernus Shield and dodge roll. This is just testing it. So I think I can hug these chairs so I don't get knocked around. Or fight in this corner too, I guess. Okay, let's fight in the corner. Right, come here. Come on. Oh no, that's bad. Those sickles are really bad. Yeah, the sickles are bad. Like without the sickles, you could do it normally. But with them, I think I just have to kite. Okay, let's kill him with kiting. I wanted to test it out, but nah. Oh, good night. Oh, yeah, good night. It's like 3 a.m. I don't know why you're watching it at 3 a.m. Good night, bro. Is it even worth it to do this dungeon? Not the tier 4 ones. I'm just testing the Spectre jacket now. So generally, it's not worth it. Tier 5 dungeons are pretty good though. You get like 300 to 400k on average per dungeon. So this is how I beat him regularly. I missed the interrupt there. It's a little annoying. So it's good if you fight him around the pillars like this because he has a spell that pulls you to him. You can avoid that if you're behind a pillar. Okay. It's definitely a boss that you don't want to get close to. Hey, 80k. That's a tier 4 dungeon though. It's pretty good. Now, at Spectre, I have to revisit this build when I'm offline. I have to make some adjustments to it. Maybe get a better Spectre and Shadow Collar with lifesteal. It will work. Oh, look at that. It's a 0.2. It's just going. 36% stronger. Don't even need the Spectre. Yeah, this shadow colors, it's a little overtuned. Yeah, this guy should be a good test. There'll be some more of them over there, so let's just leash it for now. We'll do a bigger pull with them. You're better off using Druid Robe. I'm not, because Druid Robe is a cloth armor. These guys will absolutely shred me. See, rather than Druid Robe, you could use Cleric Robe to get invincibility and use the Shadow Caller's E-spell as a cloth armor. It will generate the electric field, absolutely melt everything. But still, not having at least leather armor's resistance is bad in group dungeons. So you just don't want to look at only the damage numbers. You have to look at everything. See, that's a massive pull, and I somehow did it. With cloth armor, you can't do stuff like that. I'm only doing these pulls because this is a testing phase. Usually I'd be a little more chill with it. Like, look at this. This is a 36% enchanted dungeon. It's a 0.2. Might as well be a 5.1 dungeon at this point. I think Spectre is definitely the best thing to do now. Especially because, Stalker Jacket got nerfed. I think I'll make a video on it later. See, everything just melts before I realized what happened there. I was wondering why the W spell got interrupted. It's because everything's dead. Alright, let's just wait. 5-6 seconds should be good. It's only 2 mobs though. Yeah, let's do this one. Hmm. Oh, it's the lightning mesh. Yeah, that boss is a little annoying for this build. So much defense. That might be bad. Yeah, that was very close. I had to do that though. I have to stop soon. I'm getting hungry. I slept like 7 hours and I just woke up to stream. Not even eat anything. I'll go and get some food after this dungeon. I did not start that well. I'm actually curious on how much damage you can do if you go all in with the armor pierce. So we did around 50% of its health, let's say. Maybe use keeper cape or what's the other thing? The Carlian cape. That should be good too. If you use Carlian, I'll use the cursed sickle. Because the sickles have impact damage when they hit, other than just the dot damage. So they might be good with the Carlian cape. Let's see. So we're going with boots, pierce, helmet, and this. Now turn it off. It's around the same. Actually, did less damage this time. So the cursed beam just out damages the damage bonus you get from the armor pierce. How did I miss that? Do you guys see it? There's no way I missed that shot. Well, anyway, let's just do full damage again. Oh no. I don't know why I hit the Spectre there. It's muscle memory from Stalker. Yeah, I screwed this up. I'll have to reset this. Yeah, no way. I screwed up. Right, let's try that again. Go with... You know what, I think I'll be fine with Spectre as long as I don't use it more than once. Yeah, let's just do it. We have enough time. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. We got 50% on both characters, so should be good. This boss is very strong because it spams auto attacks when it comes out. I don't use the armor now from muscle memory. Oh, damn, that's hard. This is a 0.2 dungeon, so whatever. It's a blue chest anyway. I don't think it'll be worth it to keep trying. It's usually easy. Just have to play properly, but I really don't want to bother. Well, that's it for the stream, I guess. I'll stream again later in probably 3 hours or 2 hours. Yeah, see you guys later. Bye.